Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1985 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the White Sox today is Steve Trout, whose record is 1-0 with a 1.29 ERA, and pitching for the Tigers is Dave Rozema, whose record is 0-0 with a 1.50 ERA. Okay, we lost the first game of the series yesterday, 7-6. We were never in the ball game. Yes, I know it's only a one-run score, but if you didn't see that ball game, we scored all of our runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning for the most part, and made it look like it was something to get excited about, but it was never going to happen. A little bit of a bummer. The White Sox, I think it was Julio L. that said they don't look very imposing when you look at their lineup. We'll pull it up here real quick. And that's true. I mean, you see nothing but schlubs in this lineup other than Ron Kittle, who was a mainstay for the White Sox during this era. But for whatever reason, they are all, highly rated players. Maybe only like Bud Bulling, who's on his way down at this point, and maybe Tim Flannery could be on the way down. Everybody else is kind of on their way up. And, one of the things I like about Baseball Mogul is that you do get to see some of these players with alternate histories and alternate opportunities to have success in Major League Baseball. And that in order for that to happen, you have to have players like Harold Baines, who's never played in the majors, in this game, or Greg Walker. Greg Walker, who was a good first baseman for them. Look at all the players down here that probably should still be in Major League Baseball at this point of their career. They all get left behind, and I'm okay with that. It feels weird because these are major names. Harold Baines is a Hall of Famer, borderline, but still a Hall of Famer. And I'm okay with that not happening to him in this sim world that we're playing in. But it is strange to look at names like Rod Allen and Sap Randall and Bud Bulling getting everyday at-bats in the sim. But, I would rather have that happen than, just have them be a bunch of schlubby names like this and then also just be terrible, So they're 6-1, and somehow, based on the ratings, they're performing the way they should, the way that maybe they should as a team full of schlubs. So I'm okay with that. You look at their pitching rotation. Britt Burns, Richard Dotson, and Steve Trout. Those were real pitchers during this era. So I don't know. I'm okay with it. That's what I'm getting at here. I would like to beat this team. I think, when we have players on our team like Trammell, Gibson, Whitaker, George Brett, you would think that just based on the names we would be the better team. But it's just not the case in this sim. So we'll give it another go today as we begin game 2. Dave Rozema will get a start. Looks like he's pitched against the White Sox quite a bit, 103 plate appearances. They're only batting .272 against him. Everybody in the bullpen is available with the exception of Frank LaCourte, so we have one righty unavailable today. And then we have our lineup versus Steve Trout, who's a left-hander. So it's mostly righties in the lineup. We're going to give Gibson a day off today. I'm trying to see, as we're coming up on 10 games, which players have yet to have a day off. Everybody in our team, if you look at their health, if 80 is considered average, then anything below 80 is below average. And so we have to make sure we give people the proper amount of rest so that they're healthy for the whole season. So Kirk Gibson will get the day off, and so will Terry Kennedy. So Marty Party's going to be behind the plate. Rusty Tillman will play first, and Kevin Bass will be in left field. The DH today will be Barry Larkin. So we're keeping it fresh. Okay, let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Chicago White Sox. Batting leadoff and catching is Bud Bowling. Batting second at second base is Tim Flannery. Batting third at shortstop is Dale SVEUM. Batting cleanup in left field is Ron Kittle. Batting fifth at first base is Sap Randall. Batting sixth and DHing is Rod Allen. Batting seventh at third base is Tim Hulett. Batting eighth in center field is Ty Gainey. And batting ninth in right field is Chris BOURJOS. Okay, Rosie on the mound, making his second start. His first start went really well. He gave up 3 runs. Only 1 was earned in 6 innings. 7 hits, a walk, and a couple strikeouts. He never walks many. He doesn't strike out too many. He is a ground ball pitcher 56% of the time. I love the fact that all of a sudden his fastball from last year to this year went from an 86 to an 89, and now he's got a fastball. It used to just be the off-speed stuff, although it is rated a 59, so I don't expect to see much of that. Overall rated a 78, the 28-year-old right-hander is a free agent at the end of the year, and we have him on the block. I don't know if anybody would want him, but I'm willing to get rid of him. There's the first start of the year right there. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the defense for the Tigers today. We got it mixed up a little bit, but behind the plate is Marty Castillo, very good defensively. And at first is Tillman, who's an upgrade over anyone else we offer at first. We have George Brett at third base, getting his first start of the year at third. He's been first base and DHing. And then, as we mentioned, Kevin Bass will be in left field today. Okay, here we go. Bud Bowling. Terry is his real name. Leading off against Dave Rozema with a ground ball to short. TRAMMELL making the play, 1 out. Next man up is Tim Flannery, who hits a ground ball up the middle into center field for a single. That'll get his average up to 200. For a guy that batted, 350 last year. He's struggling early on. Runner on first. Here is Dale SVEUM. And Flannery steals second. Smart move. His first stolen base of the year. He only had 4 last year. Oh, no, I guess he had 7 total last season. Rozema, probably a good pitcher to maybe get on the board with a stolen base, since everything he throws is, middle speed at best. 1-0 count to SVEUM, and a base hit. It's 1-0 Chicago. Okay, SVEUM on first. 1 down. Here's Ron Kittle. Kittle popping it up. On the infield, Whitaker making the catch. 2 outs. And Sap Randall. I wonder what Randall's real name is. Ground ball to second. Let's see, does it have it in his vitals? No. Sometimes it'll say, what their nickname is, or maybe their original, their actual name, but not in this case. Well, if we go to the bottom of the first, it's 1-0 Chicago. Let's go ahead and do the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff in center field is Willie Wilson. Batting second and DHing is Barry Larkin. Batting third at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup, playing third base, is George Brett. Batting fifth in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting sixth in left field is Kevin Bass. Batting seventh at first base is Rusty Tillman. Batting eighth and catching is Marty Castillo. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Sweet Lou Whitaker. Okay, Steve Trout Pitcher for the White Sox making his second start. He's 1-0 with a 1.29 ERA. He walked 3, struck out 2 in his first appearance. Opponents are batting .280 against him. If you look at his stats from last year, he made 31 starts for the White Sox, 9-13 with a 4.76 ERA, 107 Ks in 206 innings pitched, and opponents batted over 300 against him. He only had 1 complete game. How often do you see that with a starter only getting 1 complete game in 31 opportunities? His fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 45%. The only good pitch he has is a sinker. It's rated in 89. It's pretty damn good. Overall rated in 83. The 27-year-old lefty is a free agent at the end of the 86 season. Let's look at his log. There's that 1 start. He's against Texas. Not a good hitting team. He only got 1 run off him. Let's look at the defense now for the Chicago White Sox. Same as yesterday. The only position that they are below league average is at shortstop with Dale SVEUM. He's rated a 78 everywhere else. They're solid. Behind the plate is Bowling, whose arm is at 82. So a couple points above league average. And we've got Willie Wilson leading it off versus Steve Trout. Here we go. Wilson with a ground ball to third. Hulett making the play, 1 out. Next man up is Barry Larkin. He's 1 for 8 on the season. Larkin with the ground ball to short. And there's out number 2. 2 quick outs for Trout. And Trammell, batting .306 this year. Still looking for his first home run. It's a ground ball to third and a quick 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the second. Here's Rod Allen leading it off. Hit his 5th home run of the season yesterday as he pops out to Whitaker. 1 down. Next man up is the third baseman, Tim Hulett, and it's 2-0 White Sox. 2nd home run of the season for Hulett. 1 down for the center fielder, Ty Gainey. Gainey flying out to right. Play made by Glenn Wilson and Chris Burgess. He's hit up the middle. So Rosie's given up 4 hits, and an error by Willie Wilson allows him to go to second. That's the problem with Wilson. He's got great range as a center fielder. Like, he can get to stuff that might normally be a base hit, but the game automatically just gives him 10 errors a year. And there's his first error, I believe. And it's 3-0. That's an earned run since the error allowed him to go to second. All right, so this is payback for Rozema only getting 1 earned run in his first start. There's the balk. So 4 balks. I'm making it here on my notes. 4 balks now in 9 games. Dave Rozema probably never balked once in his real life. It's 4-0 as Dale SVEUM grounds out. We go to the bottom of the first. George Brett leading it off. They've already batted through their lineup and got to the cleanup hitter, and this is the first at bat for George Brett as our cleanup hitter. And he strikes out. Yeah, for whatever reason, the White Sox are really good right now. You may remember, I think it was the 83 sim, the White Sox made a very late run to finish second in the division, but they made it close. And that must have been really the first opportunity for them to show what they have for the future. Kittle hits a home run. It's 5-0 as Sap Randall grounds out to Rozema. 1 down for Rod Allen, who strikes out. And Tim Hulett, who's already gone deep today, hits a blooper into center. And Wilson will make the catch. That's a good example. That ball might have fallen in. if there was some other, like, what was that guy, Alex Cole for the Twins. We go to the bottom of the third. Tigers don't even have a hit yet. Oh, we do. Rusty Tillman singles to right. He's 2 for 4 on the season. That'll bring up Marty Castillo. He's still looking for his first hit this year. He's 0 for 4. And he takes a walk. So this is where the game, with a 5-run differential, is going to give us 1 or 2 runs back just to make it a ball game. We haven't earned it. I'm not doing anything but pushing a button. Whitaker at the ground ball to second, and he'll beat up the double play possibility. So we'll go on contact. A ground ball will score us a run. I doubt that Willie Wilson will get doubled up, but you never know. We'll find out. Oh, there's an RBI for Wilson. As we are on the board, it's 5-1. Chicago. And Barry Larkin with a base hit in the center field. Wilson should be on third no matter what. I mean, there's 2 outs. He's the fastest guy on the team, and the game won't allow us to get him to third. Absolutely stupid in every way. Trammell gapping it off the wall. Everybody scores. It's 5-3. This is nothing to get excited about. This is what the game has to do. But we will take the double for Trammell. That's only his 2nd extra base hit this year. Like a slugging percentage is 50 points less than what it was last year. Although it's early. And here is George Brett with 2 down, a 2-1 count. And there's your out, number 3. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Now, there's no reason for me to keep Dave Rozema in this game. He's given up 5 runs already. The only reason I'm keeping him in the game is because he's not going to give up any more. He's already given up 5. So we know the game has already punished him. And so now we don't have to worry about it. There's a ground ball from Gainey. BOURJOS striking out. Yeah, suddenly Rozema is pitching like Greg Maddux. And a ground ball to second. Just the way the game works. It's the most predictable game of all time. Wilson strikes out. Yeah. Because, you know, Trout has already given up his maximum runs. Rusty Tillman with another hit. He's 3 for 5. Yeah, like we're going to do that. Okay, Marty Party, you are due. And a fly ball to left. We don't really have any third base catcher options in the minor league. McFarland is in Double-A, but he's probably got another year. He might get promoted to Triple-A by the time we have the draft this year. But otherwise, I believe our AAA catcher, some schlub, is probably never going to make it unless we have an injury to somebody. That's 6 in a row for Rozema. Base hit. As that comes to an end. Kittle's 2nd hit today. And Sap Randall. Line drive to third. Brett making a catch. All right. Bottom of the 5th. Here's Sweet Lou. Ground ball to short. Willie Wilson goes down and gets it. Do we want to go for 2? No, we don't, but we're going to send him. He's going to be thrown out, but if we don't, I mean, it just seems ridiculous. By the way, I looked up the league leaders. You would think Willie Wilson might have the league lead. He doesn't. Gosh, I can't remember who has the league lead. It's somebody that should, and he's got 10. I can't remember who it is, so he's going. You know he's going to make it. Okay. That's 8 stolen bases, 8 for 10 on the year. And we have a runner in scoring position for Barry Larkin. Larkin 1 for 2 today. High fly ball to right center field. And it's dropped. Dropped by the center fielder, Gainey. Larkin on second, Wilson on third. So this is how we'll get one more run. We'll go on contact. This will be unearned, so it's not even going to hurt Trout's ERA. Bases loaded for Brett. Lefty on lefty violence. Brett did bat .307 last year for the Tigers. And, you know, these are the 84 stats. I believe it's like 2 weeks into the season, it'll update to 1985, so we have a little ways to go. Now, this is a double play, almost guaranteed. We're going to flip the sack fly, but this is a double play in almost every other facet of the game. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's like this game is so predictable. There's no way around it. It's sad and pathetic. Rod Allen grounds out. Rosie's at 71 pitches. He just doesn't walk anybody. Two down. Ty Gainey with a ground ball to second. Pardon me while I grab a little sip of my coffee. I should mention that the upcoming giveaway that we have, which will take place in Game 40, we're not even in Game 10 yet, the third place prize arrived today. And I'll have a separate video coming up. I'll do a Brainiac Baseball I Got This video where I show things that I've purchased off the internet. And none of the things that I bought are valuable in any way. But the third place prize that we will be giving away is maybe the worst baseball card ever created by mankind. It's from 1977, and I love those cards. It's not anything to do with the design. It has to do with what they did to that card in order to make it happen. And I can't wait to show you, as Tillman now goes 3 for 3. We're going to have Tillman try to steal. 70% chance. He's got an 86 speed. He's going as low and to the outside. And that's his first stolen base. Did he have any? Yeah. He had 4 last year. It doesn't matter. We're not going to score. So I just, in these situations when games are like this and I'm not overly angry and pissed off like I'm not right now, I still think about, like, let's try to pad some stats. Because this is a guaranteed loss. Marty Castillo will be the third out, and now he's going to be 0 for 6 this year. We go to the top of the 7th. Rosie, he's at 74 pitches. I mean, he can go another inning. He gave up all the runs early, so I don't expect him to give up another run. But this will be his last inning. Bowling with a ground ball to third. And Tim Flannery, this will be a tough out for Rosie, as Flannery's 2 for 3 today. Fly ball to center. That'll do it. So I can't be mad with Rozema. I mean, I could have taken him out, like I said, after 3 innings, and it would have been a terrible start, but we knew he gave up all the runs that he was going to give up. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Take a look at the in-game stats if you need it. Sweet Lou, 0 for 2. The only reason that I have Lou batting 9th, and I knew this pretty much right from the get-go, is that he was so bad last year and suffered that major injury that he might be done as a player. He's in a free agent year, and I have a hard time, and I think this is why our team has never won the World Series, is that unlike with the Pilots, where I don't give a crap about any of those players, I care about Trammell and Whitaker and Gibby and my large adult son, Lance Parrish. Okay, good job by Rosie. He went through 80 pitches. Got a couple strikeouts. He didn't walk anybody. Who has not pitched? Okay, look. We got 2 switch hitters. We have to do something to get Comstock's ERA down. He's only thrown 1 inning. We're going to lose anyway. So let's see if Comstock can get some outs. There we go. Striking out Zane. 1 out. This is someone to worry about. Ron Kittle batted .341 last year with a .653 slugging percentage. Strikes him out. So, you know, you have to allow your relievers to give up a lot of runs. So things like this can happen. If you give him a ton of runs early, he's going to be, like, Comstock will be great for another month and a half. He might not give up another run. It's just the way the game's designed. It's stupid and predictable. Trammell with the blooper. That's a base hit. Little duck snort. I mean, that really should be a double, but whatever. Okay, we have not hit and run. Let's try it. Brett is 0 for 7 in his career versus Steve Trout. Unbelievable. And another error. God, this game blows. So hard. Second and third, nobody out. This will be a walk and then a double play. We're going to get 1 run. There's been no scoring since the third, so a 1 junk run will happen here. And then that will pretty much end it. Yeah, a wild pitch. I wish I had kept track of wild pitches. I bet there's been more wild... Well, we know for certain that Kelly... No, wait, is it Kelly? Yeah, it's Kelly. Has thrown 3 wild pitches this year by himself. And he had 6 total last year. We're going to go on contact. I would say, let's say sack fly. Oh no, George Brett's not got good speed. We'll go on contact. 1-0 count to Wilson to tie it up here. Nope, striking him out. Oh, base hit to right. There's nobody out, and we have tied the ball game. It looks like Comstock might get a vulture win here the way things are going. We'll hit and run with Kevin Big Hit Bass. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts today, though. Put the ball in play. Oh, he does more than that. Trout put it right in the love zone. Trout gave up a home run to a Bass. Made a big mistake swimming upstream. And the Tigers have a lead unexpectedly with nobody out here. Great job by Bass. I believe that is his first home run of the year, right? He's a very good 4th outfielder. 1 down. We got our run, so now this is going to be 1-2-3, which is too bad for Castillo. Castillo pops out, and Sweet Lou looking for anything. Well, a complete game, because the game's got to give a complete game to everybody. Now, Dave Smith, he lost yesterday. Or was it 2 games ago that he took the loss? Oh, my days are getting mixed up. Yeah, it was yesterday he took the loss. All right. Let's see what he does today. 0-2 count. Looking out. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts for Tigers pitchers. Maybe 5. Base hit. No, ground ball to Whitaker, and the Tigers booed it. Whitaker's first error of the year. Game just will not let you win outright. Will Burgess... We got to guard the line. Well, no, because the 1 run doesn't matter. So here's Burgess. Ground ball to Brett. Error. That's the ball game. Tigers come back and win 7-5. Everything was going exactly the way the game always does up until that 8th inning. And then we got handshakes, butt slaps, and sloppy steaks. We'll take the win. Again, it's a 2-run differential. And the Pirates are offering us a trade. Okay, what do they got here? They're offering us Alfonso Polito. Never heard of him. We got to look at him here. Okay, he's a nobody. Made 13 starts last year, and he was bad. He's got good control, but not good command. Okay. Junior Ortiz. I mean, maybe we could use a backup catcher. He's only 25. No power. Capable of getting extra base hits. He's in AAA. Doug Frobel, who was in the majors in real life, but not getting anything here. He's in AAA. He's bad. And Marvel Wynn. Ooh, a good defensive outfielder and a left-handed bat. And he would be someone who could go to the minor leagues, be in AAA. But we've already got Eddie Miller and Eddie Milner to play center field or other positions, so that's just not going to make a difference. And they want Wilson, Glenn, and Shane Turner. So, yeah, they're taking advantage of us. It would be all right to get rid of that salary. And Glenn Wilson's off to a bad start, right? Yeah, he's got no home runs. His home runs were cut in half last year. His batting average dropped 50 points, 60 points, and another 50 points this year practically. So I have no problem getting rid of Glenn Wilson. It just seems a little early to hit the panic button. So we're going to say no to that trade offer. It's interesting, though. Let's take a look at the standings. Oh, there's the National League if you need it. San Diego, 6-2. Philadelphia, 6-3, leading their divisions. Baltimore has only lost one game. Seattle, 7-2. Oakland finally made a victory in there. Let's take a look at headline news. Brainiac baseball derby. Baltimore beats Toronto 13-12. Rick Manning led the Orioles. I don't remember him being on Baltimore. Is that a new one? Oh, no, he's been there for 3 seasons. What's wrong with me? I think it's the baseball card that threw me off. Okay. Transactions. Surprised we haven't seen any trades happen yet. We do have 2 that we haven't seen before. Mike Jones for the Royals will not miss a start. And he was actually on the Royals that year. And Rich Renteria is going to miss the rest of the season for the Pirates. So they're in the market for a second baseman, really. Who is their second baseman now? Let's find out. I always like to see what happens when somebody major loses their job. Who gets to take over? Gary Hargis. Who? That guy. Terrible defensively. And he has 153 career at-bats with a 64 rating. Don't they have anybody else? Rafael Belliard's a shortstop. Al Pedrique's a shortstop. And wow. So Gary Hargis will get a chance of a lifetime to play second base. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull up the box score and get out of here. Oops. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. I can't really get excited about winning these kind of games. I am happy for Rosie at least giving us 7. We did not walk one batter. That's a miracle. Keith Comstock struck out the side to get the win. Cut his ERA in half. Dave Smith gets his second save, bouncing back after yesterday's debacle. Kevin Bass hit a big home run. That was enough to give us the 2-run cushion. He got the game-winning RBI. Steve Trout gave up the home run to Bass. And he did pitch a complete game, but takes a loss. He is 1-1. Also, we found our 4th balk in 9 games. Great job, game. Well put together. That'll do it. Let's come back tomorrow and play Game 3 of the series before we head on the road to Boston. Until then, everyone, have a great day.